Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Look, there's a lot of controversy dealing with Vlad on Vlad T.V. and specifically the interview he did recently with D.L. Hughley and comments that was misleading regarding the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when Farrakhan stated that we hurl a rock of truth. Now, in regard to Jewish people, at some of the lies and some of the things that was done to black people, which was financed by Jews, particularly going back in slavery time, and who was the financiers of some of these slave ships and whatnot. So all of it has to come out in the open so we can have an honest dialogue. And in the book Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, these are all Jewish scholars that have been quoted pertaining to the hand that the Jews played. Now, one thing you have to understand is that this planet is built on knowledge, mathematics, and science. Every situation that has wronged a group of people or an individual, the evidence, the facts, the math, the science has to be presented in order to have an honest dialogue, in order to right some of the wrongs and to heal some of the pain. Because if you value yourself and you see yourself as significant, which you are, then you want your being, your persons, you as an individual, you as a living being, you want justification. And if you don't want justice, then you can't justify your existence on this planet, because why would the Creator create human beings and not give them justice in a just universe? What do I mean by a just universe? Everything checks itself. Gravitational pull, the way the mountains are placed, the water, the intelligent design of this creation that we're living in. So when you don't flow in the rhythm of intelligence, then what you're doing is you're removing yourself from an intelligent world. You're being rooted out, right? So quite naturally, people will gravitate to knowledge because people want to know. Hell, you go to elementary, starting whether it's pre-K or not, you want to know your ABCs. You want to know how to read, do math, do mathematics, because you want to be functioning in a society that's in motion. So when we have these discussions and certain things come out about certain groups or individuals, stop taking it to heart like, how dare you as a black person bring up something about me as a white person when I don't see you as my equal, right? And that's, I don't want to use the term racist within itself, but let's say that's a ego that's in their own mindset that believes that they're on high to where no one can be their equal. And it is false. It's false. Now, Vlad, you could never turn people away from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But let me explain to the people what I know that you know, Vlad. You know that black people, especially those in Hollywood, are not too quick to defend other black people. So it's easy to have a person on your show and you create the narrative and you guide your guest, and you'll say things like, the minister was talking about throwing rocks at Jews, and would you ever agree to something like that? When to process that, and as D.L. Hughley felt like he was bagged in a corner, he didn't have the quick wits to respond, because, man, here I am on this white man's show. He brings up Minister Farrakhan, who not all white folks, but a good portion of white folks don't like him. And if I say something in his defense, then they might come after me. Do I defend the brother, or do I keep quiet? Do I put my head down? Do I go along with Vlad and say something in support of Vlad, so his followers will accept me? I mean, that's the game. They know you're not gonna get 2 minutes. Only the free ones and the strong ones that's gonna stand up and defend another black person. Now, Lunel, she did. Strong black woman. You got some out there, Cube, and you dissed the minister. Snooper come out in his defense. This show, World Pick Radio, Brother Ben Next. I mean, there's so many. But Vlad, you don't understand the love that the community has for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's hands off level right there, Vlad. But if you not aware yet, you will be aware that it's certain things you just don't do in the black community, Vlad. You'll have a backlash for that, Vlad. Just, how can I say this? You have to see, you make your living off of Tupac and Biggie, and you on the outside embracing a culture that let you in, but when you came in, you didn't study the pulse of the people. You didn't study the energy of the people. Maybe you didn't see them as significant enough to go in depth and study the people, study the mores, the movements, the energy, what will upset the people and whatnot. You didn't go in and do an in-depth study. You went in on your own personal gain, for your own personal gain, and you overlooked so much, because if you studied, you'd understand. You're not too big, Vlad, to be checked for any misleading statement in regarding the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Right? I've heard that some ask you to make a formal apology, as whenever black people say anything that whites deem upsetting, we always apologize. Look at Nick Cannon. Really didn't say anything wrong, but he was forced to apologize. You're saying that you can't apologize for misleading your guest and dealing with Minister Farrakhan? You too big to apologize to black people? Although we tune in to Vlad T.V. Yeah, hey, we gotta wake up. That's all. We gotta wake up. We want friends, man. We want them to like us and be our friends so bad to where we take more than the average, but even that's coming to an end. But as I told you all, we hitting real short on topics and subjects. We're not going in long like we usually do, going hour and 30 minutes. We getting in, getting out because there's so much going on and it's moving fast and fast and fast till, we got to get in, discuss the topic, the issue, get out, and move on to something else. Verl Pick Radio, we're out.